Hey y'all! I just finished filming 4 videos and I'm about to sit down to film the one that you are currently watching. It looks like it's gonna be kind of long, so I hope that you're enjoying it. I just wanted to take a second here to update you about a little idea that I had. So I had this flash of inspiration in my brain, and I really think that whenever you get those, that it's really important for you to actually follow through with them and to see where they lead. And this flash of inspiration told me, Ashni, write an ebook. So my idea here is that we keep going with this 0 to 75 or 100 viewers series like you all requested, but I really want to go above and beyond, and I really want to try something different for you. So I'm thinking what we do is that in each one of these videos, I actually update you about the progress in this ebook, and in the actual last video of this series, we can release it together. So you'll feel like you're part of this journey, and you'll actually be able to get something that will clarify with a little more depth everything that we talked about in this series. Let me know if you think this is a good idea or not. If it's not, we'll scrap it and we'll move on to something else, but I really had this flash and I was like, that could be kinda cool, maybe. I don't know. I've never written an ebook before. It would be our first one, so let me know if you're interested in the idea. Let's get back to the video. 15 viewers is a really common Twitch plateau, and it's also a very frustrating place to be, because you probably have a super solid base community, but for some reason or another, new people just aren't latching on. So let's talk about some of the reasons that you might be experiencing a plateau here, and we'll see the differences between a 15 viewer streamer versus a 30 viewer streamer. What's up, streamers? It's Ashni. I'm all about helping you pursue your dreams and learn to stream. And I know how frustrating it can be to get stuck here. You probably feel like you know just as much about Twitch as everyone else, so you might be frustrated that the growth just isn't happening, and you might have actually been stuck at this point for a while. Or maybe you are seeing some growth right now, but you want to be prepared for the next step. Either way, I know what this is like. I streamed to 15 or 20 people for 3 years. It was amazing, but also super frustrating because of the lack of growth. Make sure you click subscribe and hit the bell icon to join the Yam fam. We're all about encouraging streamers of all sizes through situations just like this. No one succeeds alone. We got you. So this video is actually the second video in our 0 to 100 viewers series. I was really not expecting for the last 0 to 15 viewers video to get as much love as it did, but you all seem to really enjoy it, so yeah, let's do this. It's our first series. I'm so excited. I've also got a really cool idea for this, so make sure that you stick around until the end because you're gonna see like a little bit of vlog slash idea that I have for us, okay? So in the last episode, we talked about going from 0 viewers to 15 viewers consistently on Twitch. Getting 15 viewers is all about growing relationships, which can sometimes take a while. You don't usually love someone the first day you meet them, right? Thanks for that expectation, Hollywood. So going from 15 to 30 consistently takes a bit more effort, as it should. At this point in your journey, you've probably figured out if streaming is for you or not, and if it is, cool, keep going. You've probably made a decent number of friends. You probably have a few regulars that show up for you each stream, and more than likely you've decided if streaming is going to be a hobby for you or if this is something that you want to pursue seriously. And if you've got people showing up for you consistently and regularly, that's great, because that means that there are other people out there that will do the same thing too. More friends, yay! Oh, I'm turning. So your next step is going to focus mainly on content improvement, which can also take some time. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint, okay? It's okay to take your time. So at this point, and if you haven't already done this, this is whenever it's time for you to probably start thinking about investing in visual branding and to just start thinking of what your brand really can be in general. This is the fun part, oh man. Brand development. Because here's the thing, streaming for friends is great and there's absolutely space for that on Twitch, but if you want to take this seriously, then having some kind of solid graphics behind your channel is pretty important. You need to start thinking of yourself and your audience as a product. So part of this process might be coming up with a community name, and a lot of people try to force this. Don't. A community name is great, and it can establish more social proof, especially if people are using it in conversation. But people won't use it in conversation unless they identify with it. And the way that you get them to identify with it is by waiting. If you have less than 15 viewers, you aren't known very much in the Twitch community yet, just overall as a whole. So you want to make more friends that will actually watch you, because you need to ask them a question. You want their feedback. You want them to feel like part of the process. Let them choose the name. That's how you get them to identify with it. And that's where the power of these community names really comes from. It's in that identification process. So you come up with the name first, and then you actually develop the graphics, because the name could actually impact the way that your graphics look. Branding, baby! But branding goes a lot deeper than just graphics, and we're gonna get into this in a future video. Now, good graphics never make up for a lack of personality, but good graphics equal perceived influence. Your graphics can improve the overall quality of your stream a lot. And that's what we're really looking to do to jump from 15 to 30, is to improve the quality of the content. So what happens here is that people start to take you more seriously, which is something that you really want at this stage. Because you have a base group of people, but you want to show them that you're ready to kick this up a notch. And this might be in graphics, this might be in another opportunity, but you really need to show them that you're starting to take this seriously. So sit down and think about what you want your brand to represent, and hire a freaking artist to develop the graphics for you. This is where you get a Twitter banner, panels, offline screen, BRB screen, YouTube banner, all of those things on all of those platforms that you'll be using. Now, you can do this yourself if you're not yet at the point where you can invest financially into your stream. I recommend using Canva. I'll leave a link for that down below. But some great paid resources are Visuals by Impulse, Peppermint, and Young Con. The links for all of those people are below too, but if you're an artist and you're watching this video, like, link your portfolio down in the comments. Let people know. Go advertise yourself. I don't care. Go for it. So your base community now has a name and great graphics, but this might not be enough to get you to 30 concurrent. The next thing we need to talk about is actual improvements to your content. This goes like really deep, and it's honestly all over the place because it really relies heavily on what kind of person you are. And without actually meeting with you, I don't know who each of you are individually, but you probably know who you are and what you want to represent. So if something here doesn't fit you, that's okay. I'll do my best to give you as many ideas as I can, and hopefully those ideas will get your creative juices flowing a little bit. And then you can kind of edit those ideas to fit your unique situation. So one of the biggest choices in your streaming career is, what will you actually stream? Games? Creative? IRL? The type of content should absolutely be fulfilling for you, but at the same time, keep in mind, you are attempting to be an entertainer. As much as we all wish that we could play or do whatever we wanted and get views, that just isn't the reality of how Twitch works. Twitch is an entertainment-based platform. If people are entertained by what they're watching, they will leave. Now, you can completely disregard this advice if you want to, as you can do with any of the advice that I give, but the people that accept this as fact will absolutely have an advantage over you. Not sure why I ended that with the inflection of it being a question, because it's actually a statement. I streamed Dota to 15 people for 3 years because I was stubborn. I wanted to play what I wanted to play, and I wanted the viewers to accept that. And you might, some really accepting people might latch on to you. But don't expect people to come into your show if it is 100% about fulfilling what you want to do. Your goal as a streamer should be to give an audience what they desire, not necessarily to stubbornly do whatever you want to do. I see you. I'm not saying be miserable, because it's absolutely important that you do experience happiness and joy from whatever kind of content you produce. But prioritizing the way your audience feels and putting them first are qualities of a good content creator. So what this means is you need to find a content style that works for you and your personality. It might take a lot of time. You might be stuck here forever, but don't get discouraged. This is actually a super fun part of the journey. You get to stream whatever you want. You get to try new things all the time. You get to get super weird with it. What you're searching for here is the intersection of content that you enjoy streaming and what your audience enjoys watching. Don't stream things just for views if it makes you miserable. I mean, people aren't gonna show up anyways. But just stream whatever you want isn't great advice for you either. There is an intersection between the two. You just have to find it. And when you feel comfortable in this space, get to know other people in that space as much as you can. Now, I heavily recommend that this space is not a saturated game. So like Fortnite, PUBG, Dota, League of Legends, Hearthstone, all of those are esports titled games. People that are gonna get the majority of the viewership there are pro players. You probably won't be able to compete with a pro player, but find a space, take the advice from the last video, and use it here. Because at this point, this is a skill that you should have already developed because we talked about it last time. Go into other streams and be the viewer that you want. Support them, talk to them, love them, but be gentle. Another thing you should be looking to take more seriously here is your schedule. Now, as much as we wish this wasn't the reality, and some people like try to not make this their reality, being consistent absolutely has developed streams massively in the past. Can you name a stream that doesn't stream for a few weeks and comes back to their best viewership consistently afterwards? Probably not. Consistency takes commitment. It's like going to the gym or eating healthy. You just won't do it consistently unless you commit to it. And I really do suggest starting small with this. 3 streams a week is perfectly fine. This gives you 4 days a week to hang out in other streams and spend time in these other spaces, getting to know more people and getting to know what content works in those spaces. Or you can maybe relax. Where are my hustlers at though, hello? So if you overschedule yourself, you're gonna need to take time off consistently. If you notice yourself taking too much time off consistently, it's because you're overscheduling yourself. You have to build up your stamina first before you go all out. It's like couch to 5K, but for streaming. But consistency doesn't mean that you never take time off. Although the people who don't take time off, they have an advantage over you. But sometimes taking time off is unpreventable. So in that situation, consistently communicating your schedule and the things that are going to be happening in the channel are super important and helpful. At this point, you should also be practicing consistency, not just in your schedule, but in your atmosphere as well. This is why a lot of the massive streamers are so massive. People follow you because they like the energy you gave off during a past stream. If they show up and the energy just isn't there, it's not the same, that is a continuity problem with your brand. Massive streamers express the same amount of energy every single day. And another thing you want to start doing here whenever you have a good base community is setting goals. Sub goals, personal goals, bit goals, tip goals, whatever. Start with one goal for the thing that your community has enjoyed the most. And when that one is finished, try out different ones. These goals are fun to hit for everyone because you can hit them and celebrate and get goofy in your own way. What you're trying to do here is teach your community to become mobilized. An influencer is kind of just another name for someone who has the ability to mobilize a group of people. Now, throughout your entire process of this, of growing up to 30 viewers, you really want to be focusing on developing self-confidence. Because streaming has so much to do with your mindset, this step is very important. Confidence is sexy. Confidence attracts people. Whatever you have to do to start feeling better about yourself, start doing it. This could mean the gym, taking dance classes, going out with friends more, removing toxic people from your life. This is the time to start becoming a better version of yourself, because people watching will pick up on that. We know when you're uncomfortable. We know when you're faking it. So doing all of these things in this video in a way that feels natural for you and really fits into your life can take some time to figure out. It might take a while, but don't get discouraged. Stay the course and keep learning. Really commit to the path and enjoy the process, because I promise you, it's worth it. Okay, now I have something to share with you guys. Let me know how you feel about this down below in the comments. Okay, Yam fam. Oh, what a cool idea. Okay, yeah, let me know. We might be writing an ebook. let's see. I'll see what you guys think about this idea, and then we'll decide whether or not we want to proceed. Now, if you're still kind of stuck after both of these videos, if you need some like additional advice, come and join us in Discord, or you can come over to Patreon and get group coaching for $1, and I can help you find that uniqueness and help you kind of build this process for you. Because we're all different, and I can teach you all day, but the things that I teach don't necessarily work for everybody. We have to find what works for you and your situation and personality. I love you so much. Thank you for letting me speak into your lives about this stuff. I'm so glad that you all like the idea of this video, or this entire series. I was so excited to kind of try this out, so I'm really glad that you are as excited about this as I am. I'll see you all in the next one. Okay, bye!